whatever, you get the point. I have something worth celebrating. I spoke up for myself today. That's worth celebrating. Like, I literally spoke up for myself, and I didn't try to make myself smaller to avoid confrontation. Hold the applause. Hold the applause. And I think that is amazing. So yeah, here's the deal. I spoke up for myself. Oh my god, I even dressed up for the occasion because I'm like, this is something worth celebrating. But anyway, we'll get into that later. But yeah, so I was at the store, the thrift store to be exact. Love going there. And, you know, I was just in line. I went and spoke with the cashier. And there was like a little bit of miscommunication. And usually when it comes to things like that, I like to brush past it and, you know, kind of not say too much because I'm like, oh, I don't want to be confrontational. I'm not a confrontational person. Because sometimes I'm a little bit shy by nature. I'm like, I don't want like somebody to get upset with me. But this time, like, you know what? I'm going to speak up for myself. And I've been slowly doing that because I don't just want to be silent. You know, and I'm not saying it like, oh, whoa, whoa, I'm just going to speak up and be an asshole. No. No way, Jose. Not what I mean. But I'm saying, like, it's okay to speak up, especially if something's bothering you. But in this case, there was definitely some miscommunication on the pricing. You know, I brought it to the cashier's attention, and at first I was like, just forget it, it's complicated. But then I was like, you know what? No. Because if I don't say something, I'm going to go in my car and sit in the parking lot and replay it for hours like a vinyl on a record player. And I didn't want to overthink something that I had the power to do. So speaking up, it really healed something inside me because, to be honest, I'm somebody that was naturally shy by nature, or I associated speaking up with being confrontational, being mean, you know, burning bridges, all that stuff. And usually in the past, when I would try to stand up for myself, the first thing I would think was, oh boy, did I hurt somebody's feelings? Did I come off harsh? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. And those things, those are all like, they're valid to think, but it doesn't make sense because we were given a voice for a reason, to use it, to speak up, you know? And that's exactly what I did. And I can't tell you, in that moment, I felt validated, but then the other 50% of me had those old feelings of like, okay, I'm not a mean person, you know, I'm not nasty, but I had to speak up. And I started thinking about the cashier. I'm like, oh god, I hope she didn't get in trouble, because I worked in like retail back in the day, so I get it. But then I thought to myself, okay, just because I'm not a mean person and I'm nice by nature as well, that doesn't mean that I can be a doormat. Or that doesn't mean that I can just excuse things just because. Because usually people take kindness as weakness, you know? And it's like, at least use your voice as a superpower. Yeah. That's a new word we're going to be using all the time. Superpower. Well, not a new word, but that's something where it's like, okay, there's a superpower within us. But it really just made me think of all the years where I would be in my head about advocating for myself. By the way, please advocate for yourselves. Please stand up for yourselves. If there's something you don't like, I don't care if there was even a pricing that was wrong for milk at the grocery store. Say something about it. Speak up. Okay, because when you don't, you'll always feel like horrible. You'll be like, I should have said something. And then here's how it's gonna go. all the things I should have, could have, would have. It turns into like a movie that was never released. But it would have been awesome if it was released, because it would have been you being the main character, being like, okay, hold on, wait, I have to say something. I might not have a microphone, but I'm going to project my voice on something that I need to speak on. And honestly, I can say I'm really happy that I did that. That I put myself first, and I didn't see it as being harsh. I saw it as, being in my truth. I mean, it was something really simple, by the way. There was like a pricing dispute on something I was getting, because hey, I love good deals. Okay, so I'm not sure if my camera is just a hater or if my procrastination has stopped me from getting a new SD card. Yeah, we're gonna go with the first part. We're gonna go with the first one. My camera was being a hater. It's okay. It's all good. But yeah. I was really happy to speak up. I was like, oh my god, I was thinking on the car. I was like, I need a slushie for that. I mean, I don't have a slushie now. I wish I did, but at least I have water in a high heel cup. So that kind of counts to use in a celebration, right? I think that counts. That was a really long sip, by the way. I was like, damn, I was thirsty. Oh my god. But yes, I stood up for myself, and I'm really happy that I did. My younger self, my inner child, is literally clapping for me. They're like, oh my god, you did it. You seriously did it. Because in the past, I never really did. I was like, okay, well, I guess. No more guessing. I want to know. So I spoke up. And you can too. Stood up for myself. Ooh, ooh. Stood up for myself. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Stood up for myself. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Stood up for myself. Stood up for myself. I stood up for myself, and I'm happy about it, okay? I spoke up. Let's all celebrate, because we all are advocating for ourselves. This is great. This is amazing. Oh yeah. Bye.
Blah, blah, blah. Just subscribe.